Well, there is nothing like the smell of lavender in a summer garden, and now you can bring it into the kitchen and serve it to your guests as well. Good morning. Debbie Zeri is from Gardenuity, and she's live with a really great recipe for lemon lavender shortbread cookies. I love this recipe.
Oh, there is nothing like the fragrance of lavender. It calms you, it's soothing, it's wonderful, but who knew you could eat it?
I know, and this is a really good recipe. I have to admit, I did some taste testing a little bit ago, and I really like the buttery taste, and I think that's kind of the basis for the cookie, that shortbread.
Yes, because we're all about health. Okay. So we start with 2 sticks of unsalted butter.
Okay, I was going to say health and 2 sticks of butter, but that's all right. You're allowed to have a treat every now and then.
That's right. So what you do, you start with 2 sticks of unsalted butter, a half a cup of sugar.
All right.
And then a half a teaspoon of salt. I've used pink Himalayan sea salt.
I was going to say, that doesn't look like regular salt there, Debbie.
Yeah. Well,
that's okay.
It's actually very good for you. So now we'll call it healthy.
Okay, we're jazzing it up with some Himalayan sea salt, not your ordinary stuff.
So what you're going to do is cream this. Meanwhile, what you can do, Megan, these are dried lavender buds. And so you can put these in whole, but what I like to do is put them in a mortar and pestle like so. And what you can do is just kind of give them a quick mash, because that's going to release the volatile oils in there, and it'll make it a little more fragrant.
Okay, so do you have to go pick the lavender a few days before you make the shortbread cookies? I can't just go pick it off the stem and throw it in here to mash up. I need to wait?
I actually picked these just last night, but what you could do, if you pick fresh flowers, you can cut them and then dry them by hanging them upside down.
Okay, so they need to be dried before you mash them and put them in the recipe.
Yeah, and really this butter has gotten a little cold this morning, so it should be warmer than it is now.
It does smell really good.
Yeah, isn't that nice?
Yeah, it really has a fragrant scent. And it doesn't taste bitter in the cookie either. I was worried about that, I have to admit.
What's nice is that the lemon actually balances it out, and the butter. You can see there's all sorts of butter here.
Okay, so you have that butter mixture going.
Yeah.
Next, what do we do?
Okay, next thing we're going to do is you're going to get some lemon zest. So you're going to take this zester and just get some of the peel here.
Okay, all right.
And you can add it into my bowl of butter that should be a little bit creamier than this.
All right, this is a nice little zester. And this is obviously a fresh lemon.
Yes.
So you don't want to dry this before you try to zest it.
Nah, that probably wouldn't be so good. And if at all possible, you want to use an organic lemon, because you can see normally you don't use the skin of a lemon. So so this is beautiful. You're a good zester.
Okay, well, I'm trying not to cut myself with a zester.
Yeah, don't do that.
Oh, wow, we did a lot, huh?
Yeah, you did. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to cut this lemon in half. I'm not going to cut myself here.
Okay.
We're going to use the juice of the lemon while you bring in the lavender buds.
Okay, we're running out of time, so I'm going to do this quickly.
All right, so we're going to do this really quickly, and then we're going to add the flour in here.
All right, so after and you did what was in that jar right there?
So then we do a tablespoon of vanilla. We're just making a whole big mess here.
All right, then
flour. Push it in. Once you get this all mixed, you put it in there, bake it at 350 for 30 minutes, and voila, this is the product. And you can tell us how fabulous it is.
It is really good. Chris, I know that you want to try this. I've already tried it. Not only smells great, but tastes great too. We have a lot more on this recipe on our website, fox45now.com. Click on Fox 45 in the morning. Debbie, thank you.
Thank you so much, Megan.